Most of the functions we work with are called linear functions. The reason they're called linear is because when we graph them, we get a line. So they'll often be written in our slope-intercept form, f of x equals mx plus b. This is sort of the standard form of a linear function. This section we're going to be looking at nonlinear functions. These are going to be functions where when we graph them, you don't get a straight line. So for example, if we had something like g of x equals 2x squared minus 5x plus 7, this would be a nonlinear function. If we graph this, we get something that's called a parabola, is this shape. You might have seen it before. We had a couple in a previous section. It looks kind of like this. It's sort of like a bowl that opens upward. It gets steeper and steeper as it goes on. This is an example of a nonlinear function. This is often called a quadratic function, something like this. We're going to be spending most of this section looking at quadratic functions. Quadratic. And we also call this a polynomial of degree 2. The reason it's degree 2 is because the highest exponent we have here is this right here. So this is also a polynomial. Of degree 2. We have polynomials of higher degrees. We won't be spending too much time with those, but we could have a function, say, like h of x equals negative 5 times x to the 7th minus 3x to the 6th plus 4x to the 3rd plus 2x squared minus 15. This would also be a polynomial. It would be a polynomial of degree 7 because the highest exponent we have is 7. Another type of nonlinear function that we won't work with too much in this section, but we'll see quite a bit later, is an exponential function. So if we had, say, k of x equals 3 to the x power, here, instead of having x down here and an integer up in the exponent, we have an integer down here and x is up here in the exponent. This is an example of an exponential function. So all three of these are examples of nonlinear functions. When you graph them, you can graph them on the Desmos calculator if you would like. You'll see that you won't get a straight line. You'll have different shapes. This one will be a parabola. This is going to be kind of strange looking. This is going to start off slow down here. It's going to grow up really, really quickly. Important thing though is that you don't get a straight line. If you can't write your function in this form, a constant times x plus another constant, then it's not a linear function and the graph won't be a straight line.